There's concern in Chivas ahead of the National Classic against America, and we're going to talk a bit about that situation. How do you see the match? How do you feel, or how do you think it's going to play out? Leave it down in the comments and let's talk about it next. I'm Jesus Bernal, and I thank all of you for your attention. Thank you so much for being here with me to talk about the latest. Regarding the Las Chivas team, remember that Caliente Mexico has the famous welcome bonus for you. But not only that, we can also play with Las Chivas. Obviously, you click the link I put below in the pinned comment and take advantage of the famous bonus. They'll give you 1,000 in your account. But how are things looking for the Clásico Nacional? Oof, oof, oof. I invite you to play with the team, the one from Guadalajara, and win just like what happened last semester. If we play with Chivas and use the 1,000 as a gift, and Chivas wins, it turns into 2,220. Where? Caliente, Mexico. Click the link I put below in the pinned comment without further ado. Let's start this video with the latest news about Chivas. Thank you. Well, wow. What a complicated, intense situation the Rebaño Sagrado is going through right now. The situation with Luis Romo has, of course, caused a lot of concern within Chivas. Understanding that he is an important player, the team captain, who gives you a very clear way out from the back and makes very, very, very important decisions. In that sense, I think this player, well, he could give the coaching staff a headache in the coming days when deciding who can take Romo's role. And of course, there's concern. Of course there is. But the concern is about who will take his place. The confidence in winning the match against America is intact. Totally intact. We can't forget that a few months ago, 6 months ago, Chivas came in as the underdog and beat America 2-1 on the field at Estadio Azul. Today the role is different, and today the one coming in as the favorite is Chivas. So, Romo might not be there, but I think that even without him, Guadalajara is in a position to win this match. That's how I see it. I don't think that, despite this, America can be superior. What's the gap? 7 points separate the two teams. That's a lot. 7 points difference between the two teams. I have full confidence, certainty, and assurance that Chivas will win the Clásico next Saturday. Today, the Guadalajara team returned to training this Monday after getting a bit of rest following their win over Mazatlan. Chivas are back to work. It will be a long and full week, starting today, and going until next Friday, which is exactly when they will go into camp. Looking ahead to this commitment, they will be working at Verde Valle, and maybe one day they'll go to Lacron, which is more or less what Chivas usually does when they play at home. And that's it, right? Time to enjoy and play this match, which is going to be interesting no matter how you look at it. So, the schedule for Guadalajara hasn't been made official yet, let's say, but that's how it's going to be. They'll be training in the Perla Tapatia, there's no other way, from Monday to Friday this week. And how is the overall standings going? What does the overall standings tell us after the start of the championship in the first 5 rounds? There we have it. Chivas is the absolute leader with 15 points. followed by Tigres, Cruz Azul, and Atlas with 10. Right below are Pumas and Toluca with 9, then Pachuca and América with 8. Nowadays, since there's no play-in or anything like that, the teams that would qualify today would be from Chivas to América. In fact, if the tournament ended today, there would be a national classic in the quarterfinals. So that's how the standings look right now, with Guadalajara leading as the sole leader. The topic of individual scoring, which also concerns us a lot, has us very attentive this season, because Armando La Hormiga Gonzalez is right there. I'll show you next. Honestly, I think the battle is going to be good throughout the whole tournament. João Pedro scored a penalty goal against Necaxa and reached 5 goals with San Luis. La Hormiga Gonzalez scored a penalty goal against Mazatlan and reached 4 goals. And for Adela Marta, also over the weekend against Toluca, she has 4 goals. These 3 are starting to pull ahead. Then comes Marcelo Flores with 3, and an endless list with 2 goals, where, of course, Chivas' center back, Danny Aguirre, appears. So, in the scoring table as well, the 3 players who could be competing for the title in this tournament are starting to pull away. Yesterday, Jonathan Pérez arrived in the city of Guadalajara at the time this video was recorded. He hasn't been officially announced as a Chivas signing yet. Maybe by the time you see this, he will be, but as I'm recording this, not yet. The player himself, and now we can see the footage, arrived in the Pearl of the West. He arrived in the city of Guadalajara on Sunday night, basically early Monday morning. And there he was, walking through the airport corridors. There we see a bit of the video. He arrives, greets the Chivas staff. Chapito Sanchez, I don't know who he is, but there's even a hug and everything. The security staff was also around. The good Omar Gonzalez from Media Relations was giving him some instructions, that's all. And while yesterday we saw him, like I said, pretty much alone, at the airport, at that moment, he got out of the customs area very quickly and arrived to play with the sacred flock. This guy, who is 23 years old already, 23 has gone through the youth national teams with Mexico. So, for Federación Internacional de Football Association, he's Mexican, obviously he has dual nationality, Mexican and American. And well, the goal is to do things right, to work hard, and to earn a spot on the Chivas team. He was coming off preseason, he was about to finish it with the Nashville team, so I think physically he can arrive in good shape. Maybe what he'll be missing is a bit of match rhythm, which he'll be able to get little by little. And well, he just said a few words, simply a welcome message, and that was it. After that, they took him to get into the van that was going to take him to his team hotel. This Monday, he'll undergo physical and medical tests, and, as I said, he'll be announced, at least at the time of recording this video. That hasn't happened yet, but at any moment, Chivas will already consider him a new player for the Rebaño. To wrap up, I want to remind all of you that this weekend Chivas will be facing the Águilas del América. Another edition of the Clásico Nacional is coming up. The match is scheduled for 9 post-meridian Central Mexico time, so make sure to stay tuned for the showdown. 9 post-meridian Central Mexico time, so stay tuned. For the United States and Canada, it will be available on Amazon Prime Video for the United States and Canada. The match will be at 10 post-meridian Eastern Time, 7 post-meridian Pacific Time, and you'll be able to enjoy it on Telemundo. So you've been notified, you can follow the match there, and let's see how Chivas does. Alright, we'll leave the video here. Thank you very much for your attention. Keep subscribing, commenting, sharing, and liking, and I'll see you next time. I'm Jesus Bernal. Bye, goodbye.